Today we're at Scull Shoals State Park, a little north of Greensboro, Georgia. I got my grandson DJ with me, and we also brought Lucky Dog for the rides. We're gonna meet Bill Burt, remember meeting him? And he's gonna tell us all about this place, and there's some old Indian mounds we're gonna check out. What's going on with all this, these old ruins over here?
This is the site of an old town. So this was a town back in the 1840s that washed away in a flood. And before then, it was a booming cotton processing center with farms all around. And there was a town right here with houses and streets. There was a ferry down on the river that took people across the river, a road from Greensboro to Athens, and also it was before the town was a fort here back in the 1783. I think if you'll look over at the billboard over there, it'll tell you all about that, but flood washed away the town, and then a fire burned most of the buildings, and people moved away to the railroads about 15 miles away. That's where people ended up putting their farms in over there, and pretty much.
So transportation went from the river to the railroad, in other words.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Now imagine there's all around us there were houses. There was a water wheel down here on a canal that came from up the river above the shoals to down here.
Dang, man, where'd they get these bricks from?
So they're made locally. They would dig the clay up and mix it with lime and then put them in molds and bake them, either sun-dried or they'd bake them in a kiln. And so these are local, made from red clay right from here.
And this was built 1804, you said?
1804 was the town. I don't know if this was built right then, but it was built probably soon after that. But you know, here's already written about, but the mounds are down in the woods, and you haven't seen them yet, and that's really what we're here for.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that, man. Awesome, yeah, appreciate it. What do you think, DJ? Okay, here we are with Bill Burt. As you can see, the trail we're about to travel down to
the mounds, the Indian mounds, built in 700 AD or thereabout.
Mississippi Indian culture?
Mississippian culture.
Now, I always do a trick. The first thing is I always take tobacco, and I give blessing to the natives, and I ask for like safe passage. So you throw a piece to the north, throw one to the south. Is that east?
Yeah, that's west.
All right. West here, you could throw one to the east, man. So anyway. There it is. Father, give us safe blessing on this little crusade we're after. First things first, DJ's shoe comes untied, but no problem, he can handle it. Bill Burt says we need to find these archaeological signs, and then we'll know we're getting close to these mounds. Well, Bill's got us on the trail, but it gets quite complicated. As you can see, we get deeper and deeper into these woods. I got a few scratches and war wounds, but that ain't gonna stop us. Looks like one of the crew members is having a little more fun than the rest of us. I took one of my older dogs out Melly Tech one time, and he went and he laid down in something similar to this, and he wouldn't budge, man. Just like that there. I had to go out and get him. I had to carry him. I had to leave a metal detector down there, which I never found, and you know.
And then you got him in the car, and he was.
Yeah, actually, they had people out looking for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we missed the mounds, and we missed the turnoff on the trail. So what we're gonna have to do is follow this creek to the river, which is probably a couple of 100 yards from here. And then we're gonna spread out and go back to the southwest and hopefully run across it. It's not very far. It's less than a quarter of a mile away. Maybe even 500 yards from here.
Well, not that we have much of a choice, but we're going to stick to Bill Burt's plans. And after 3 hours out here, hey, look, we've come across a new friend. Oh, them racers? I heard they'll come after you, man.
No, they won't. I mean, look at me. No. Hey, look, I found it. Man, it's about time.
Man, you know what? There it is. DJ, here it is. The mound. Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, look at this, Bill. It's the sign we've been looking for.
I'll be dog. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's too sweet to believe you're alive.
Well, I couldn't be more proud of my grandson. He earned his man card after this exploration. And lucky he earned his dog card too.
So Jay, this thing was built sometime after 700 AD. And we don't really know how big the first phase was. But every time that a king died, they would bury him here, burn his house on top of it, and add more soil to build it up higher, and then build another house on top of it.
So when the Kings was here, would all them trees been cleared where he
Yes, absolutely. It would have been clear with houses all around it.
Is that right?
Yeah, 60 feet tall. You can imagine he would look down and see all of his kingdom.
On the other side of the mountain ridge, he took her for
Hey, we gave a little blood back to our blood brothers.
anyone's a fool.